Hello, Cronkite Sport Broadcasting Camp. My name is James Wilder Adams. I'm 16 years old. I attend Mounds View High School and currently live in Minneapolis, Minnesota. And I'm going to tell you guys in this video why I really want to attend your sport broadcasting camp this summer, as well as why I believe you should really consider me. So, before we get started there, I'm going to start talking about myself for a little bit. Why am I here? Why do I want to attend this so badly? So I'm going to start talking about my first memory of sports. I was 5 years old, and I remember just being with my dad in our man cave in our house, just watching football. And at first, I didn't really understand it. Therefore, I wasn't a huge fan of it at first. But just listening to my dad talk about it with my uncles, I was just like, this has to be something really cool. So I started watching it a little more closely, a little more in depth, and then it became an interest, into a like, into a love, and then eventually into an obsession. It literally became everything I thought of. Football was my life as a little kid. I started playing with it. At first, I wanted to be an NFL player. Football was everything I thought of. But then when I was about 10 years old, I just remember being my friends at our school basketball court. They were just talking about basketball. And I wasn't a very big NBA fan at first. I wanted to be an NBA fan because I wanted to talk sports to my friends. Therefore, I started watching a little more NBA. But this was a little surprising to me. But I knew I was going to like it because I played basketball. I am a very passionate athlete. I love basketball. I love football. But I fell in love with the NBA. That literally became my new obsession. Now I was a huge NFL NBA fan. Sports became a lifestyle for me. And then when I was about 15 years old, I transferred to a new school. It was a tough time for me. I was acclimating to a new environment. And I was just one day reflecting on my life like, why am I here? What am I supposed to do? And a thought came to my head one day. You know, I am in love with sports. This is my life. This is all I think about. This is all I talk about. And that can't be for no reason. Everything in life, I believe, happens for a purpose. And I believe I was supposed to love sports for a reason. And thankfully, one day I was thinking about what do I want to do in my life? And then I realized I can do this for a living. Talking about sports can be a life. And fortunately, sport broadcasting exists. And I realized this is what I want to do in my life. I'm very fortunate to figure that out at 15 years old. But I understand that it doesn't mean anything unless you go after it. So that leads to my next topic. So what am I doing to get there? So I want to start off by saying I currently run an NBA account called What's on Tap NBA on Instagram, which has nearly 2,500 followers now. And initially started off as a Timberwolves page. I'm a huge Timberwolves fan. I love the Timberwolves. That's exactly why I'm wearing this sweatshirt. And initially, it was a Timberwolves page. And about 6 months ago, I realized I love the Timberwolves, but I want to talk about all NBA. That's my passion. Therefore, I altered the page to an all NBA page. And that was kind of risky because I didn't want to lose all my followers, but fortunately, most of them remained. And on the page now, I interact with my followers, I make series, I make opinionated posts, and I also post news, and then I also engage with my followers. They can talk to me whenever they want. I also make series based off what they want. I try to intrigue the audience, and this NBA page has taught me how to become a better writer, but it also taught me how to understand my target market and how to engage with people. And another thing I do is I am currently in an improvisation course called Brave New Workshop, which is ran by Timberwolves' very own Jiggly Boy. And he's a tremendous guy. He's done a tremendous job running this. And in this improv course, I have gotten much better at honestly I just gotten better at speaking. My voice has gotten more clear. I feel much more confident. My posture's improving. And that's been really huge for me. It's gotten me much closer to where I want to be. But also what I do is I am in a school club called DECA. It's a marketing club. And with it, I am a DECA store associate at my school, which basically means I work at the school store, which is actually ran by DECA. And what I do is I sell merchandise, I interact with people, and with this store, I've gotten much better at understanding logistics of business, my target market, how that works, interacting with people. I feel like all around it's gotten me better at talking publicly and make me feel more confident in myself. And another thing I am doing very soon is I am proceeding a podcast, two podcasts actually, one by myself and one alongside three other people that I met at a play-by-play sport broadcasting camp, which I attended last summer, and that helped me meet people that I can relate to, and that's a very big reason why I'm doing this. Like when I went to that camp, I realized I actually love doing this. That was the question when I did it. Is this really what I want to do? And I realized, yes, it is. So it helped me push harder. My grades have gotten better this year. I am doing all these new things so I can get where I want to be because I understand you got to work harder than everybody else. I want you guys to know that about me. When I have a direction, no one's going to stop me. Nobody's going to work harder than me. No one's going to show more passion than I do. No one's going to be willing to learn and take constructive criticism. No one's going to be doing that better than me. I am so passionate as a person. I want to get better. I want you guys to teach me. And that's why I really want to attend this broadcasting camp. I really want to get better at everything. I want to get better at speaking. I want to get better at posture. I want to get better at preparation for shows. I want to get better in everything. And I want to know these broadcasters before me that have done it. I want to get advice. I'm really willing to learn as a person. And that's actually a really big reason why I'm very thankful for the Minnesota Timberwolves. So I was with the Timberwolves all season. I got season tickets. And with the Timberwolves, I get to interact with these basketball players. I got to rebound for players. I get to meet players every other week. And I am learning how to talk to people as famous as basketball players. That's helped me interact without getting really nervous, honestly. And I'm also attending post-game conferences, and I'm going to start recording questions I ask. And the Timberwolves have been a very big part of my life. I'm very thankful for them. And thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate you taking your time, and I hope you really consider me for this camp. Thank you so much.